What's up, everyone? Michael Engstrom here with Compass in New York City, bringing you Q4 numbers. Those just came out this week. And today I'd like to offer a bit of a reality check on the market because yes, the numbers are down significantly across the board when you're comparing it with Q4 2021. But again, that was just a crazy year. So if you're seeing any hype or doomsday kind of headlines out there, let's consider where we were this quarter compared with pre-pandemic years previous to give you proper insight and perspective on the market. All right, so looking at inventory and closed sales numbers for Manhattan, we're basically in line with what we would see in a typical fourth quarter. Total inventory was up 6% over Q4 2021 at just over 5,700 listings, but that's actually in line with what we would see for a typical Q4 looking back as far as 2016. Closed sales were down 25%. Compared with last year. But again, to give some perspective, we're actually right in line with the Q4 numbers as far as closed sales for 2017, and even a little bit above the numbers that we saw in 2016, 2018, and 2019 in the fourth quarter. An interesting added point in the luxury market in the $10 to $20 million range, we actually saw a 21% jump in volume. So very interesting to see, and I'll be keeping an eye on that to see if that turns into any sort of a trend. As far as contracts signed, this is where we saw the steepest drop off, just under 2,000 contracts signed in the fourth quarter. In a typical fourth quarter, again, looking back 6-7 years, we'll see 2,500 to 2,700 contracts signed in the fourth quarter. So for the agents that were like myself that were out there and felt like November and December was quite a bit slower even than a normal November and December, it certainly was. And I think, again, that's just pointing to the rapid rise in rates last year, inflation, and buyers having to kind of hit the brakes, pause, and adjust. All right, so let's talk pricing. Median sales price was down 3.5% compared with Q4 of 2021. However, with 2021 being the exception, median sales price for this quarter was actually the highest of any other Q4 that we've seen on record. So very interesting. Also, some interesting numbers. Average price per square foot for Manhattan was up 5% compared with Q4 2021. And median sales price for co-ops was also up 1.5% over Q4 of 2021, so very interesting numbers. And just another kind of general point on pricing, New York prices have been stable as compared with the rest of the country that saw those large swings in 2020 and 2021. So while you might be seeing things on the news predicting 10 to 20% price drops in 2023. That may be the case in some of those markets that saw those big swings, but I don't really think that that's going to apply to New York because we have been a pretty stable market as far as pricing. We saw big jumps in volume, but pricing has remained basically steady. Okay, so just a final point in regard to the buyers that are out in the market right now. Who are the buyers? What are we seeing? And we're now a week into January. Certainly for my listings, I have seen quite a big uptick just in the past week. We're past the holidays, we're into the new year. People are getting back out there, and it's an interesting mix, I think, of buyers who are now just entering the market for the first time, and they're used to the 5-6% rates. So they're out there looking. And then I think that we're also going to see the return of buyers who might have put their plans on hold last year when things were changing so rapidly, rates were going up. Maybe they have to consider some different neighborhoods or adjust bedroom count, but those buyers, I believe, will be back out in the market as well. So we kind of have a return of buyers who were looking last year in combination with buyers who are just entering the market for the first time. So I do believe it's going to be a busy few months, certainly what I've been seeing in the past week. And so that's just my 2 cents on where we're heading going into spring. So thanks again for joining. This is Michael Engstrom with Compass, and I'll continue to keep you updated. Have a great day. Catch you next time.